Hi, this is Debbie from Organic Oasis in Northern California. It is zucchini season. And we are growing an abundance of different varieties of zucchini. And I just want to show you a little bit about the zucchinis I'm growing so that you might be able to get an idea of the type you want to grow. If it's too late this season, then possibly next year. So I have just a few types here that we're growing, and I'll tell you a little bit about them. We planted all of them on May 12th. So today we're in the middle of July. So this has been 2 months of growing. And I can just tell you just the types I'm growing and a little bit about each of them. The first squash that I'm going to talk about that I just harvested is called the Zucchini Long White of Palermo. And I believe this is an Italian variety. As you can see, it's a very light green color and they grow fast and big. Now, I planted all the squash on the same day, May 12th of this year, and we're in the middle of July. So these have been growing for about 8 weeks, 2 months, and I have been harvesting these. They were the first to come ripe that I started harvesting, and they are going strong. And I can tell you they will also be the very last that I harvest. So here in Zone 9B, if you want to grow a lot of zucchini on just one plant, I have two plants, but one plant is doing most of the production right now. So you would only need probably, I would recommend one of these plants, possibly two at the most. Let me read what it says. It's long white, 45 to 55 days, bush, minty green skin, white flesh. It's from Italy, made it an attractive choice for markets, prolific, reliable, reaches 10 to 12 inches, excellent for frying, spinning into zoodles, and more. So excellent. Again, I would say compared to like your typical green zucchini, it's a much more meaty zucchini. So it is really good in like almost everything, but it has less moisture, I would say, than most of the other types of zucchini. This zucchini is the golden zucchini, and this is only the second one I've gotten this year. I planted this again May 12th. It's been 8 weeks, and this zucchini has not grown as many in the 8 weeks. Now it's got lots of blossoms. I'm sure I will get a lot more zucchinis. They tend to be smaller. This is slender, bright, golden yellow fruit, delicious, attractive. And so this plant, if you like the yellow squash, just the look of them, or they're a little more delicate, softer skinned, I mean, you may want to plant one of these. These are not my favorite though. I would say these are my third, probably my third favorite. But it is fun to grow them. I always grow one yellow squash, but they're kind of last on my list, mainly because I like to do a lot of baking and things, and they just don't, for me anyway, make a lot of zucchinis. I don't grow tons of these zucchinis. This zucchini is the dark green zucchini, is Calabasa. These are an old pack, and I don't have the instructions anymore or any of the information here. It just says eat raw or steamed. This is just a traditional zucchini. It grows well in California. This season, this is only pretty much the first one I've gotten. Again, compared to the Palermo is just like a producer king. It just goes, 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 and definitely wins the race. This one here is slower, but as you can see, it's a typical zucchini you could, if you like to eat them fresh with dips and things like that. This would probably be the best zucchini that I'm growing for that purpose. Again, really good fresh. You can also use it to cook with it. Here is my scallop early white that I'm growing this year. These are really fun to grow. They're very beautiful. They're fun to stuff and cook. They're just really interesting looking. It says known as a patty pan. This ancient variety was very much prized by the native North American Indians and early European settlers. Perfect size to hollow out, stuff, and bake with buttered breadcrumbs, cheese, and bacon. So yes, again, I do grow this every year. However, this is really, to me, just my personal opinion, very meaty. So I usually like to use these in, like, I'll throw these in a soup or stew. Also, the shape makes it hard to slice and dehydrate and things like that. But they're really cool to have and fun to grow. This here is the Zucchini Black Beauty, and I grow this every year. This year I have a lot on the plant, but they're all smaller. I picked this today because I want to get some energy into the other smaller ones that are on there. And I plan to make a zucchini soup and use a lot of my zucchini today. This again is more traditional. I think you can easily slice this, dehydrate it. If you like sliced round zucchini slices to make casseroles and things, this is a good one for that. Basically introduced to the US markets in 1920, classic dark green, delicious fried or baked, best picked young. So again, this is a great zucchini, just an all over great zucchini. They're just wonderful. So again, we have the Black Beauty, Palermo, Golden, Dark Green, and the Scallop. And all of these, I would say, if you want a whole bunch of zucchinis all at once, like an abundance, I would grow the Palermo. If you like to make stuffed zucchinis and cook for people and you want to impress people, you could grow the scallops and do some stuffed scallops. That would be really cool. If you like just a mild zucchini, just to eat, I usually don't just cook the golden. I'll mix the golden with the green. It's just my thing. Um, and if you just want a standard zucchini for like you like to eat it raw, or you like the sliced zucchini to do like dehydrated zucchini chips and things like that, then I would go with your typical green. Um, this one's called the Black Beauty, and this is the dark green calabasas. So here's 5 types of zucchinis. I hope that I've helped you with this, and good luck growing in your zucchini garden. So as a wrap up, we have the Palermo, Golden, Scallop, and 2 green, which is this is the Black Beauty and the dark green Calabasa. And all of them are wonderful. All of them are fun to grow. And here in Northern California, we have them growing in, I believe, 15-gallon bags, 1 plant in each bag. And we planted them in May 12th. And now we're in July, and you can see we just have so many zucchinis growing. And I'm slicing them, I'm freezing them, I'm dehydrating them for zucchini chips. Today I'm going to make a delicious zucchini soup, and there's just so many ways to use them. You can shred them and freeze them. You can make zoodles with them. Just really, really fun. So good luck with your zucchini growing, and have fun picking a variety.